Hello, and welcome to Spirit Touched and a Whole New Year. The Holy Spirit does not live in angels like He does in us because their job is different than His. He does that work of grace in our hearts that help make us holy. John 14:17. He's not just a guest. His power is our power. Our powers fail without His to back it up. You see, His power not only saves, it sustains. Galatians 3:3. He charges our batteries, then we try to take over the job. Bad idea. We need to remember Ephesians 1:13. Let's look at what Paul said about church deacons and the Holy Spirit. Acts 6:3. It tells us some Christians lack the Holy Spirit's power, meaning they have Him, but the Holy Spirit doesn't have them. Sad but true. That's how they get off track and go their own way instead of God's. The Holy Spirit can be grieved. Ephesians 4:29 and 30, as well as Isaiah 63:10. We can resist Him. Acts 7:51. We can test Him. Acts 5:9. And yes, we can quench Him. 1 Thessalonians 5:19 and 20. We can get out of step with Him when we don't allow His fruit to bloom and grow in us. This is why it's not good to march to our own drum. This is why God gives out seasons of silence. It's why we need to wait on the Lord. So follow David's advice in Psalm 25:9 and Isaiah 30:21. This will keep us out of Panic City and help us to keep on trusting. Stay plugged into the Holy Spirit's power source. Leave the door open for Him. Sometimes we say to someone, "You inspired me to do such and such." One of the things the Holy Spirit does is inspire us. Inspire means to be breathed on or blown upon. Why? Because your spirit is in your breath. Another meaning is God breathed. It's how we get divine truth. It's how the word got written by all those different authors. Now more than ever, we need the discernment of the Holy Spirit to help us know what is false and what is true. We need to know that what we are hearing really is of God. Ezekiel 13:3. We need to know what truly is the will of God. Acts 22:14. We must be very careful not to trespass Ezekiel 15:6 through 8. The Holy Spirit will help you see what Jesus sees, to hear what Jesus hears. Then you are to do what Jesus does. Then you will see your problems from His perspective. Another job of the Holy Spirit is to unmask the lies and deceptions Satan uses capture people to capture people for his side. Acts 2:3. Notice that there was a tongue of fire over every head there that morning. Also, notice in verse 4, it was the Holy Spirit that gave them the ability to talk in other languages. He does the same for us. Verse 11 tells us what they were saying. They were talking about the miracles of Jesus. Now go to verse 25. It's the power of the Holy Spirit that helped and supported King David and Jesus. No wonder the heart of David was full of praises, and so was his mouth. It was the wind that brought the tongues of fire. The symbol of the Holy Spirit is a dove. Sometimes he is seen flying, other times he's shown at rest. The dove is also a symbol of peace. He fills us with that peace while we are at rest. Look up the old gospel song by the late Hank Snow, On the Wings of a Dove. That's how he sends his love. It's true that we can't see the Holy Spirit. He does the work undercover and behind the scenes from the inside out. However, we can see the results of his handiwork all around us. The evidence is there if we will just open our spirit eyes. With all that evidence, there's no reason to doubt that there is a Holy Spirit. You may send your prayer request to heanswerstwo@gmail.com.